Donald Trump to sell off half of all federal property. What does this mean for investors? Let's talk about it. Because this is not the first time, and it's not only America where the government is selling off their assets and just taking on more debt. I would have loved to hear Adam Smith's reaction to this if he was still alive. That's the author of the book The Wealth of Nations. Highly recommend it. It's a bit dry, but it's a good read. Now, properties in America is being sold off, and this is the excellent opportunities for wealthier investors to make a ton of money. It's also a great opportunity, in my opinion, for REITs in America to pick up properties and then lease it back to the government, making good money on it, potentially also getting a great deal on the property. This tends to be the case when government sells off assets, and this is why connections are so important. If you are friends with people in the government, then you can get in on this deal. As small retail investors, we don't have access to this. However, if you are a very wealthy individual that's well connected, then you can take advantage of opportunity like this, because this is a massive opportunity to gain even more wealth if you already are very wealthy. Now, let's just do some quick examples of how other governments have sold off government assets. And perhaps you have a lot of examples from your own home country as well. Please put them down below in the comments, because as a community we can learn from these opportunities. Now, I'm from Sweden, and in Sweden the government sold off the pharmacy. It used to be just one controlled by the government pharmacy that used to operate in the Swedish market. They sold away the licenses, every right, everything like this, to some friends at the unknown price. As taxpayers, we don't even get to know the intricacies of the deal. And now we see a bunch of pharmacies, privately owned and operated, doing business in Sweden, of course, nicely profitable. Good opportunity for investors to make a lot of money. I personally know a person who took advantage of this and is franchising his own pharmacy and is looking to open a second site. So a good opportunity to make a lot of money. We see, for example, in the UK with social housing, government used to own these big blocks of property. They sold them off to the occupants at a good price, and then later on this has now been picked up by property companies, private equity companies, and leased back to the population. So it was a good opportunity to buy up assets at a nice price for individual people, investors, consumers. And then as well, it created the opportunity for larger companies later on to snap up these properties and now lease them back to people, making a lot of money. So these are just two examples of opportunities when government is selling off their assets. This has been going on for a long time. There are countless examples, with like railway, things like this. And people wonder why government debt is going up and up, when of course they're selling off the assets. It's just like personal finance, but at a much larger scale. If you don't have assets and you take on debt, well, you don't have the best finances. But I digress. This is about another sale of government assets in America this time. Let me know if you see some REITs that you think could benefit from this, or some American property company. I happen to believe that the property sector is very lowly valued right now. I think there will be a massive opportunity. There is a massive opportunity, and that this will be one of the sectors that will benefit the most going forward, especially if we get an environment where interest rates remain stable or is going down. Right, that's been it covering this piece of news. And as always, I hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.